So hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's another video of seconds and gaming and post-match and pre-match analysis. So Champions League is back again, and tomorrow night at 12:30 it's a match of Man City versus PSG in Man City's home ground. Man City is already in a league of 2-1 in Park. They got a victory in Park des Princes, which was a very outstanding match and all outstanding performance by Pep Guardiola and his team. If we see that, let's just don't waste our time and just come to the video, to the point. And now if we see that in the what happened in the first leg, the first leg was a beautiful variation between the two halves of the game. I mean, first 45 minutes and the rest 45 minutes. The first 45 minutes, we know that PSG dominated the whole game, the whole field. They have covered the whole midfield, attack, defense. They were very compact. They have done exactly what they needed to. But in the second half, we have seen Man City taking the lead and fully dominating the rest of the 45 minutes. If we can see that both the teams are very much plays very much possession football. So whenever they face attack, they are weak to the attack. They are very weak to teams which plays high pressure. Then I mean, if we see Man City, opponent of any team which plays high pressing, so they are very weak at that time. And same as for PSG. In the first half, if we see that Man City was not that, we cannot see Man City players that much in the field. It was a very bad performance by Joao Cancelo in that match. In the first leg, it was very shameful for him that he couldn't play that much. After all, there was also, if we see that there was not a proper number 9 in the game, so they were playing as a false 9. If we can see De Bruyne and Foden, sometimes Foden and sometimes again De Bruyne are playing as a false 9, so they were not effective in the first half because PSG was superb. They were creating pressure, 2 to 3 players coming and pressuring a single player to take the ball, which resulted in the goal at the first half, which was headed by Marquinhos. It was a corner, and we have seen that there was so much of chances set from the set pieces and from the midfield. They were dominating the first half, but in the second half, Pep said why they will sit back. He said that his players, that he might have said that why you should sit back, just go on pressing on themselves, on the PSG's players. And we have seen that the whole game changed from the second half, and as time gone, we saw an outstanding goal by De Bruyne, and it was a very screamer from Riyad Mahrez, which was the defender's fault. If not that, the wall was set for De Bruyne's free kick, but there was a mistake or misjudge from the players as Riyad Mahrez took the free kick. So let's come to the point. If after Mauricio Pochettino and Guardiola had exchanged their pleasantries on the touchline and familiar side of Premier League days gone by, the former side began to assume control of the tie, but then only had Marquinhos head to show off for it. I mean, as we know, Mauricio Pochettino was a former coach of Tottenham. They both know each other very well, so they know each other's tactics. But in the first half, we saw a goal from Marquinhos, but in the second half, it was all dominated by Man City players. So let's come the current form of PSG and Man City. If you can see that PSG won their last game against Lens, which was a 2-1 victory, and Man City won their last game against Crystal Palace, which was 2-0 victory. If we see, they haven't lost any game. Last recent games, they won all of them except they lost only one game. PSG lost one game, and Man City also lost one game, which was just we can say that their forms are good, but there is a thing that Man City are top of the table. There is the first position which in EPL, and PSG is second at the table in Liga 1, which is this season of PSG is not that good. If we can see, or if we analyze all the matches in this season, it was not that much good. But we can see that in the first of the EPL, the Man City was also not in that condition, but later they won all of the matches. They were unbeaten since 30 or 33 matches. They were unbeaten. That's how they play. We know that Pep Guardiola is a position-based manager. He coached Barcelona. He even played as a Barcelona player. So we know that he was a full tiki-taka manager. So he built up his team as that way. Now let's just come for the injuries of PSG and Man City players. If we see, this is the first time Man City have no injured players in the for his whole squad. Other than PSG, PSG will miss Idrissa Gueye, which is the most key player. I think so. He is the very crucial player for PSG, as he got suspended. As he got a red card for a very humiliating foul against Ilkay Gundogan. It could have been a career-ending foul. Although we cannot see Juan Bernat, or Juan Bernat, whatever you say, in this game, because he is injured for this whole season, and there is a doubtful injury of Mbappe. He got a very doubtful cramp in his muscles, or there is a slight injury in his leg muscle. So we could see him play in the second half, or if Mauricio Pochettino thinks that he is full fit for the match, then he could play from the whole game. Or if he doesn't play, then we can see Icardi or Moise Kean in substitute of him, of Mbappe. So let's just come to the possible lineup which we can see in this match. For Man City, it will be the same as the first leg, as there was no card or anything for Man City players, and the team was so good. Although we can see Alexander Zinchenko instead of Joao Cancelo. In the first leg, we saw Alexander Zinchenko as a substitute of Joao Cancelo, and he showed a very crucial move from the left flank. As we know that he was formerly as a midfield player, but later he tracked back and he tried to play as a left back, which so that he's offensive left back. As we can see that he makes run to the wing, he plays the ball, even he moves to the attack. And then comes for the PSG's lineup. It will be the same, but instead of Idrissa Gueye, we can see Danilo Pereira or Ander Herrera. In case of Mbappe, if Mbappe doesn't start the match, we can see Mario Icardi or Moise Kean. Those two players are great, I think so. Or we can even see Mbappe at the second half. Although the rest of the team will be same, and again instead of Bakal, we can even see Diallo, because he is having a great season this year. He is in form. So we know that Man City already won the first leg 2-1 victory, so PSG have to score 2 goals without conceding, or 3 goals without conceding, or 4 goals with conceding 1. So I think this will be a very tough match, or a very crucial match for PSG to come back, because it's a home ground of Man City, and we know all the teams are very much dangerous in their home grounds. As we this particular season, we can see Man City has an outstanding performance. They are giving outstanding performance, as Man City has transitioned into a unique juggernaut under Pep Guardiola. And for this season, they are outstanding, and they are likely to persist with the midfield. This game, we know for every game it will be who dominates the team, dominates the midfield, dominates the game. As we know, the PSG's midfield, if we talk about PSG, the midfield of PSG, there are Leonardo Paredes. He is a very crucial player for PSG. He runs out in the attack. He drags deep down to collect the ball from the defenders. But as we cannot see Idrissa Gueye, we could see Danilo Pereira or Ander Herrera. They make runs. They pass through balls, which is the advantage of PSG for counter attacks. And but for Man City, their midfield is far better than PSG, as we can see Ilkay Gundogan having his best of the best season this year, and we can see Bernardo Silva. We know Bernardo Silva, how his screamers are, how he is ball possessing, and skill abilities he has. And we can even see Rodri as a defensive midfield. We know last game Rodri couldn't play the best game for his life, but I think he would come back in this game. He could play a very good game. Although the citizens are well set and they will dominate their possession in their own backyard, but we'll have to be wary of PSG's counter attacks. Yes, their counter attacks. Although I think Mbappe will not start in this match, but we know that Neymar has tweeted that he will do everything to win this match. He will do anything, and we know how Neymar is in very best form, although he misses the chances. But if in this game he convert all those chances, and the defense stops Man City players to scoring goals, and it will be a victory for PSG, which will be a very joyful moment for all the team members of PSG. But for Man City, it will be a very humiliating counterattacks. The counterattacks will be very humiliating for them, as PSG has a very pacey players like Neymar, Mbappe, Icardi. Moise Kean is dangerous for counterattacks. His ball controls are good. Even Di Maria. We are forgetting about Di Maria. He was outstanding in the first leg. He was unstoppable. He was dragging back. He was going up. He was going left flank. He was everywhere in the match. Even we have seen him playing as a right mid or right back player in the first leg to collect the balls. Although the main danger of Man City is PSG's counter attacks and the long balls, especially from the defense, which Marquinhos sends to the attacking players Neymar, Mbappe. And we even if you see in the starting of the game, from the starting whistle, we can see that they try to make a long ball and Mbappe gets the ball and they try to make a counter and make an attack, but those chances are gone wasted, or they get a set piece or a corner, and we might see a goal from that, which is also a plus point for PSG. PSG should not waste their chances in this game, particularly in this special game, very special game. If they do it, they're gonna lose, and definitely they're gonna lose this match and they will be out, and it will be, I think it will be the last signing of Neymar and Mbappe too. I think Mbappe will move to Real, I think so, and Neymar, if Mbappe doesn't stay in the club, Neymar will also not stay in the club. He will surely move to Barca. That's all. With like of Neymar and Mauro Icardi in their ranks, PSG can riot on their day and become virtually unstoppable force. Their main attack is the counter attack. PSG is strong in defense. They have everything. They only need to press high, and whenever they press high, whenever they lose a ball, they have to defend. They have to defend very fast. Other than they will consider goal. Other than they will surely consider goal if they couldn't stop the ball. But for my prediction, it will be a victory for Man City, or I think in this match it will be victory for Man City, and it will be a 2-1 victory. Again, it will be a 2-1 victory, or we can see a 1-1 draw, and the match could go to extra time and it will be a penalty. It will go to penalties, I think so. In my case, I believe that the match will go to penalties, or if the match doesn't go to penalties, it will be a 2-1 victory for Man City. And that's all. Thank you for watching. Whatever. Stay safe. Goodbye. Good night. Bye.